I tried to lie to a wizard once, but it didn't work. He kept cauldron my bluff. Welcome to the stream. Happy Tuesday, my friends. I hope you are well, and I hope you are excited for Gauntlet Legends and Ocarina of Time. That's what's on the menu tonight. I have a strong feeling that we can finish both games. I'm feeling very positive. But welcome in, my friends. I don't even know what's going on there. Pookie Stan, I guess, I don't know how to call this. Talon's first in chat with the message, but Pookie Stan was first in the activity feed, I guess, with the invert face cam. So we've got to start out. We've got to start out upside down. So that's where we are at the start here. But Pookie and Talon, welcome in, both of you. Loose and Jelly and Itarama, happy to have you both here as well, of course. Pookie was the first one, Talon says. Fair enough. The squished cheese emote, I didn't even recognize what it was at first. It looks pretty good, I think. Maybe we missed a real opportunity when we should have drawn it like that from the start. And what's the close emote for, Jelly? Because my joke didn't land. Oh. I mean, if that's what you're getting at, then you need to post one of those every night. That's just business as usual. I, for one, groaned up a storm. It is exceedingly rare that I do not. It's exceedingly rare that I tell a joke without having first run it by Jelly, and usually the more negative her reaction, the better I feel. I know that I've got something truly powerful on my hands. Oh no! I'm immediately starting off by wasting potions. So we've done a lot in this game. I didn't mean to. Oh. Rune hint, world hint, enemy hint. I didn't even notice these hints existed before. Interesting. Alright, hang on. Continue. Well, we've got one rune left. Have we done any levels in here? Looks like we did one level. Alright. And we clearly didn't find the rune here, but I don't remember passing it over to come back to. So it's probably in one of these two. I think what we've got left in this game is 2 levels here. And then I'm thinking once we find the last rune, which is probably on the last level over in there. Once we find the last rune, I think that this will be a portal, and we can fight the final boss in here. Not exactly sure. First thing we're going to do, though, unfortunately, is we're going to do just a little bit of grinding. We're going to go through level 1 here and get our health boosted up a little bit.
You are now entering
And it'll be a good way for me to sort of reacquaint myself with the game since we haven't been here for a while. But I'm expecting we're going to be able to finish up this game tonight. We've also been working on Ocarina of Time, our sort of 3-heart run through that game. That's been moderately successful. But we're at the end of that too, I think. So I think we're going to be able to finish both these games tonight. If we do it early enough, we'll also devote a little bit of time to Mario Kart Double Dash. I was playing it last night, and last night it went really well. Double Dash, we got 4 gold trophies, which is just crazy, because I'm really bad at Double Dash. But the thing was, we only really needed one of them, kind of. I don't know. We got our first gold trophy, and it opened up a new, instead of opening up a new cup, it just opened up a new mode where you have to play all the cups in a row. Like, you have to go through all the stages in a sort of a randomized gauntlet. And we did that on all 3 of the kart classes and got all the trophies there. But that mode is kind of rough in single player mode to just grind through all the tracks in the game 3 times back to back to back. But doing that, we unlocked we unlocked mirror mode, and I think that's the last thing we have to do in that game. We'll have to go through each of the cups individually and then run a gauntlet also in mirror mode. So we've got to go through the game at least 2 more times. Every track at least 2 more times. Probably more, because like I said, I'm pretty bad at Double Dash in general. And so there's a good chance that we won't get the gold trophies on our first try, but you know, we'll try our best and, you know, hopefully have a good time doing it. But that might not even happen tonight. That all depends on how quickly I can get through these other 2 games. What is this? A potato? I don't know what it is, but I have all of it I can carry. Talon says, I might fall asleep. I'm so sorry if I do, and also I'm sorry I haven't been on your stream lately. No worries. No worries. You know, of course, I'm happy to have you here as often as you can be here, but, you know, I know people have other things to, that occupy their time. Don't expect anybody to be here all the time. So you don't have to worry about that, and you're more than welcome to fall asleep. I mean, for one, I stream really late at night, and that's part of why... That's part of the idea of trying to keep the stream as peaceful as possible, so that people can put it on, and... You know, I can be good company for people if they have to be up late at night, but also if you just need something on to fall asleep to, well, I'm here for you for that as well.
Your magic is full.
Though on rare occasions, I do get a bit animated. Most of the time, it's because I fall asleep. Yeah, no worries. No worries. I don't know if you're still there, Jelly, but you're gonna know what I'm talking about. But I'm gonna be a little bit vague. Don't give it away, because It's something coming up on the stream. Just a game I want to play. But I did some laundry last night, and I accidentally ran one of my games through the laundry machine, through the washer and the dryer. And I was heartbroken because I don't know if you know this, but video games, they don't endure those sort of conditions very well. And I tried it out, and sure enough it was broken. It didn't work anymore. And I was deeply sad. But immediately before the stream, I thought to myself, well, I tested that game last night, but I tested it in a backup console. What if I test it in a primary console? And I put it in the primary console, and amazingly, it works. The game still works. But I did find out that my backup console doesn't work. But I'm okay with that because the backup console was one I got in bad condition, really cheap, that I didn't really expect would work, but I never really thought about it. And I never used it until the other night because it was the first one I came across. But we really ended up lucky. But I don't recommend being like me. Don't run your video games through the laundry if you can avoid it. I have, as I often do, wound up luckier than I deserve to be. Did I really go through that level without gaining any health? I think I hit the wrong thing. I think maybe I loaded the save file instead of saving. I think that's what I did. Oh no, I loaded instead of saving. Oh no, the whole exercise we just did was pointless. I'm sorry, my friends. You are now entering the valley. Oh, I have to do that again. I need a little bit more health because these last couple levels are really tough. And really the only decent way to get health is to grind through the first couple stages. I haven't found any situation where the game refills your health for you. You see my health down there is 1800 and change. And my total potential health is somewhere around, 6 or 7K, but I don't even know that we've ever gotten it above 3K. Are you sure you're not developing a split personality and your second personality is testing out ways to get revenge on games that have rubbed you the wrong way? Well, this is a game that I've never played, the one that this happened to. I can't believe it happened either. It was so unlikely. I even checked the pockets of my clothes before I put them in the machine, and somehow I still missed it. I keep looking down and seeing that number 7 next to the number of keys that I have. But for whatever reason, I keep reading that. I keep thinking that's my number of potions, and that I'm constantly surprised when I can't pick up another potion. Because I've been at max for the potions for a long time. My mind is just playing all kinds of tricks on me. Mile Hyrule, welcome in. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. What is this? Looks like that ninja game on PlayStation 1. This is Gauntlet Legends on Nintendo 64. It's a pretty fun game. It's a little bit repetitive. All right, so I want to save. Here we go. I thought something was wrong too, because I knew when I went to save that I should have seen this screen, and I was very confused as to why I was seeing the characters again instead of this screen. It's because I was doing the wrong thing. Sparrow, welcome in. Great to have you with us. The game I'm thinking of, there's no way it's not made by the same people. You know what game, right? I'm not sure what game you're talking about. Mile Hyrule. A ninja game on the PlayStation 1 doesn't narrow things down for me all that much. Or it doesn't point me in the right direction mentally.
You are now entering the Valley of Fire.
Okay, we're gonna go through this. We're gonna go through this level one more time, and I think that'll be enough health to take on the next new stage. Ninja Shadow of Darkness. Yeah, I don't know that one. Cows. Welcome to the stream, Cows. Thank you for the resub. Cows has been here for a full year. Cows has been subbed for a full year. Thank you so much, my friend. I've been very, very happy to have you around for a year of streaming. You've actually been here longer than that, I realize, because you were here before I could even take subs. Oh no, that's poison. I don't know how I avoided picking that up, but I'm so glad I did. It'd be very antithetical to the whole health grinding project that I'm working on. What? I've been here for 2 years. That can't be right. Time sure does fly. What? I haven't been streaming for 2 years, so if anyone's been watching the stream, for 2 years, I'm afraid that my home has been compromised.
Has gained a level. Limited invisibility.
I've been doing lots of future planning, and I've been looking at so many 2023 dates, I forgot what year it was. Imagine planning things out. Imagine making plans for the upcoming year. I don't know that I've ever been that on top of things. Pookie says, I'm going to that house I'm going to have to myself for a few days tomorrow. Picked up a few small steaks to throw in the air fryer. I've never had a steak in an air fryer. And I'm also charging my motion controllers since I'm going to drag my VR rig over there. Once they're charged, I'm going to pre-pack everything so I can walk out the door when I wake up. Good move. And Pookie said about the Shadow of Darkness. It's an isometric 3D ninja game. Played a demo of it, never really wanted to play the full version. Yeah, I don't think I've ever come across it. Okay. I think we've got enough health. I'm feeling bold enough to move onward. We'll go ahead and make a quick stop at the shop and see if I can spend some money on some of the defense and offense stats. Yeah. By 1, maybe 2 strength and 2 armor. I feel pretty good about that.
You are now entering the fortified towers.
The fortified towers. Okay, I feel like... Oh, that was not aimed where I wanted it to go. Is there... What's in there? There's something in there. Oh, man. I feel like I'm off to a bad start here. Immediately lost a ton of health. I can't tell if that's the last runestone. No, that's just a switch. The guy with the arrows in there is just going wild. Can I aim down at him? Okay, good. The previous stage in this world was a big, confusing maze. There we go. As much as possible, I want to try and take stuff like this out before we have to get real close to it. Must find a switch. I mean, there's a switch in there. See, there's a switch in there. Oh, I can... I did not really expect to be able to tear that open like that. Hey, it worked! Alright. I saw that guy who was in that box down there. He was like an archer. So I wanted to make sure I took him out real early with the magic, and I can't believe that worked. The archers are super tough to deal with. Okay, can I get this spawner over here? Perfect, okay. Oh, I got stuck. So that leads back the other direction. Ooh, there's a key. Oh, I should have bought some keys. What is that? What is this spinning thing here? I don't know if I've seen one of those in the whole game yet. I guess it's a power-up. Go ahead and blow up these explosive barrels so that I don't get blown up by them. Oh no, those guys can reach me from down there. I sure am wandering into a lot of trouble. Well, that's That's strange. I don't know if this red barrel just failed to blow up before or if it respawned. I don't think they're supposed to respawn, so... That's weird. Okay, give me something good. Potion's pretty good. Another switch. What was this switch pointing toward, though? There's nothing over here. The switches are supposed to always point to the things that they activate, but... I don't know what this one's doing. Okay, that door is still closed off. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of back and forth to this level. To access the tower nearby, you must break through a wall to a hidden space. I feel like I've already done that. Okay, we want to make sure we get all the enemy spawners, because I can just kind of run and... I think that's the hidden space that I was talking about. I can just kind of run around and avoid the enemies as long as they're not continually regenerating. We can pick them off nice and sort of slowly from a safe distance. Oh. Okay. Can't go through there too. Nope. So that wasn't... So this switch was not actually pointing over here. Can I go? I can go around. Okay, that's good. Open all siege tower doors to get out. What? Something exploded and it made the noise that happens when you uncover a secret. Probably should not continue to just run into the spikes again and again and again and again. So I talked about this just a moment ago, but I'm gonna say it again because there are a lot more people. Uh, a lot more people have come in, and I just thought my boneheadedness was amusing. But I had a very disappointing discovery the other night when I found that I had accidentally run one of my video games through my laundry machines. I ran it through both the washer and dryer, and I was I was pretty sad. I was pretty sad because it seemed I destroyed it, but fortunately I tested the cartridge right before the stream, and amazingly it worked.
You, Minotaur, found the Soul Savior.
Found the what? I don't know what it is, but I got it. It lives, yeah. So I tested it when I found it last night. I was doing the laundry during the stream, and after the stream I found the cartridge in there, and I was yeah, like I said, it's pretty sad. I tested it out, and it didn't work, and I thought all hope was lost, but then it occurred to me to try it in a different console because I'd tested it in a backup console, and turns out my backup console doesn't work. Because I tested another game in it that I know works, and it didn't work either. And so, which is fine because the backup existed. I was pretty skeptical about its functionality when I picked it up. It was just a sort of cheap, poor condition find that I stumbled across years ago, and I never bothered to even try it out. And the only reason I used it for the test last night was just because I came across it first. But I'm being purposely sort of vague because it's a game I've never played before that I plan on doing on the stream, and you know, like to kind of keep upcoming things somewhat mysterious sometimes. What's life without a few surprises? I think we'll just try and eliminate this guy before we let him out. Have you tried running the backup console through the washer and dryer to see if it fixes it? I don't think that's typically how it works. Is the soul savior within you? It should be by now. It will protect you from Scorn's power. I guess that's the, I don't know, this sort of weird thing that I found. Is the soul savior. Okay, we got something. It's really nice when you're able to wipe out obstacles from across the world. I don't know what this switch is all about. It seems like the game is just suddenly filled with a lot of artificial switches. I get that some of them are to raise platforms, but some of them still seem to have no purpose. This guy is dropping too many bombs on my head. Oh my goodness. Aim upward, Minotaur. Oh, nice meat. Oh, and I'll waste it by walking over spikes. There's another bomb guy? Where is he? Take him out. Must find a switch. A switch for what? For the wall? Okay, I saw there's a switch back here that I didn't get. Probably points over here. Probably in a roundabout way. See, there's a chest down there too. I don't know how to get that yet, though. I don't know what that switch did for me. Oh, it did this. Never mind. Boat ladder, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. We're making our way through Gauntlet Legends. I'm anticipating many victories tonight. Really hoping I don't turn out to be wrong. Perky says he got to do something real quick. Hopefully be back in 5-ish minutes. We will, we should still be here. We'll see you when you return. I should be finally getting my other shelves tomorrow. Uh-oh. Feels like I might have just made a mistake. I did not mean to use 2 potions. Release the golems like a clumsy fool, or sneak quietly by and keep your cool. I mean, I'm not going to do either. I'm going to wipe them out before I release them. I don't think you're supposed to be able to do this necessarily. I think this was a mistake that they made these guys bigger than their cages, so we can fire through and take them out. I don't necessarily think they wanted to do that. Or that they wanted us to be able to do that, rather. Oh, there's another one. I mean, they really don't even pose much of a threat at this point. They're mildly frightening, but, I mean, as long as we've got somewhere we can retreat to. I think we can be confident that we'll be alright. Oh, that's it. Alright, well, hopefully I didn't miss anything. Alright, that's another stage. That's another stage down. We really didn't come out of that with much extra gold. We did lose a pretty sizable chunk of health, so we're gonna make one pass through stage 1. We lost about 1,000 health on that previous stage.
You are now entering the Valley of Fire.
And I expect the next one to be more difficult, so we're gonna pick up some health here. I don't like putting us through this stage over and over again, but it just seems like the best way to operate. My big attack was not fully charged. There we go. That will do. Okay, what are we up to? 80, at least 82, maybe 83? 83. Great, that was poison food last time. I need to stop opening chests that don't have good things in them. You would think that I would have gone through this level enough that I would have things memorized, but I simply can't store the contents of all these chests in my brain. It hasn't happened. I'm maxed out on invincibility. Or invisibility, rather. Alright, I'm feeling much better about our level of health now. So I'm assuming, like I said before, I'm assuming when we get the last runestone, this will open as a portal to the final boss. It could open up as a portal to more levels, but I don't really expect that. I kind of think we're about to head to the last level. I think this is this will be the last level, and then that circle in there will be the last boss. So we've got to find the last runestone here. So I'll make sure I do a really thorough job looking for like hidden walls or just anywhere the final runestone could be. Oh, it's one of these. It actually worked. I complained about it and it worked. Those disappearing bridges, they're so difficult to deal with. Okay, secret wall. There's another enemy spawner over there, so I'm gonna kind of hang out over here so I can make sure I get that other spawner taken care of with my big attack. Difficult to deal with, but I believe in you. Thank you, cows. Always appreciate a vote of confidence. I don't even remember what I said was difficult to deal with. I just said it. I know it was a particular enemy. Alright, potion time. Too good to even bother to remember it. I mean, you know, like I say, my brain is very similar to a dry erase board. The data that I put there does not get preserved for very long. Have the environments been getting less colorful and more foreboding, or is that just me? I mean, it's been awful like red and brown out here for these final levels, yeah. I mean, the whole game has been kind of dull and muted in its colors. But no, we are, you know, we are approaching the end of the game, so I would expect things to become more and more grim. This game certainly doesn't capture very well. Like I was talking the other night when I was playing Fazanadu about how what you guys saw in the capture looked a lot better than what I saw on the TV. This game is definitely the opposite. This game looks a lot better in person than it does in the capture. Alright, well, it doesn't look a lot better, but it looks better. It's pretty odd it's different. There's usually, I don't know, there's usually a slight difference just because of the different, like, just like the different levels that the things are set on my CRT versus the, versus in the capture, like for the color correction kind of stuff. In general, I keep the picture on the television. I keep a little bit muted and dim. I don't necessarily want to be staring at a super bright screen all the time, especially when I'm so close to it for so long. So I keep the CRT kind of dull, and then the so far as like the capture, like I try and change the levels a little bit from game to game, but there's really, like, my capture device is not super dynamic, so that's why we usually end up with footage that's like it's either a bit too dim or a bit too washed out. I kind of have to make a decision, like, with a lot of games, because their brightness levels will be more dynamic than my cheap capture device can handle.
gain the level. Plasma flail.
I always watch at 160p to use minimum data, so it's hard for me to notice. I wonder if those GBA movies ran at 160p. I couldn't tell you. I don't know if I have any of those. At one point, I had one of those Game Boy Advance video cartridges. I had one that was, I think it was 2 episodes. I think it had 2 Nickelodeon cartoons on it, but I don't think they were shows that I had ever seen. So I don't remember what they were, but I think it had 1 episode each of 2 different shows. This trigger opens the fort, but it does not mean you can proceed. Interesting. Probably less now I think of it. I watched Shrek on a GBA cartridge through a Nintendo DS.
Plasma flail.
I don't think that I knew that they even released full-length movies like that. I knew they did cartoons. I didn't know that they did a full movie. That seems really ambitious.
Plasma flail.
Hidden chest? What's it say? Seek the hidden chests.
Plasma flail.
It is weirdly like there is something very bizarre and terrible about finding a hidden chest and opening it only to find a message that says look for hidden chests. It feels like there's like a paradox in that. They have a video comparison of the GBA version to the original on YouTube. The GBA version looks like it's about 10 or less frames per second. I probably wouldn't even notice then. uh, who needs frames per second, right? I seem to have an inability to notice stuff like that. I'm not really sure which... I'm seeing a couple different paths here. I'm not sure what's progression and what's secrets. You know, the same draw as playing Doom on a refrigerator, an interesting oddity to be able to watch a movie like that on a GBA cart. It is amazing that they to me that they were able to do that.
Minotaur has stopped time.
No need to stop time. Now, what's the point of coming up here? See, there are keys over there I never got to.
Plasma flail.
There are a lot of places where it looks like I should be able to go to these places and interact with things. I think I just picked up poison food. Alright, I think all I've been doing now is backtracking. Okay. mean, I gotta make sure I don't miss the rune. Put us in a really not fun situation if I do. A lot of enemies up there on the hill. I don't really think that did any good, but still gonna say it was worth a shot. Why am I able to go up here? This is so perplexing to me. It seems like there should be something there. Okay, that's a elevator switch. Up we go. Where'd that guy come from? Hang on, so suddenly there's an enemy down here. Where were you hiding? There we go. Saved myself a little bit of pain by getting rid of that explosive guy early. Oh no, I hope that there isn't just like a switch buried in one of those piles back there. Okay, probably want to go down there. Probably want to go over there. What do I want to do first? This? No, I didn't want to. Alright, that's probably progress since it takes a key. So let's look back over here for a moment. The 13th runestone is here. You must be transported along the way and back. Transported along the way and back. Okay. So we're going to get transported. We're going to find a switch and have to come back through the transporter, I'm guessing. There's so many places where like the level geometry is kind of weird, and so it looks like there's probably a secret, but then there isn't one. Like right here, these like this polygon seams don't really line up very well, so it looks like I should be able to eliminate this for a secret, but It's not really working. Oh no, more transporters. Okay, did that move something over here? Nope, it moved something down there. Oh, sorry, I missed a lot of messages there. Let me get caught up with you real quick. That's so. Pookie says, was just saying that the GBA is very amazing, and then also that Pookie's gonna try some Wiener Schnitzel with sauerkraut, and it seems horrifying. I don't know that I don't know if I've ever actually, I don't think I've ever actually been brave enough to eat sauerkraut myself. I have eaten cabbage, but I haven't eaten, I don't think I've ever eaten sauerkraut. The smell is off-putting to me. One leads to two, two to the next. All of these lead to all of the rest. All of these spots link with the rest. Have to go through a whole lot of teleporters. I don't know. I don't know if I like this. By which I mean, I do not like this. Okay, I think the teleporter... I think this is like a, I don't know, a little puzzle I need to do here or something. Alright, well those just go back and forth between one another. I wish you all the best of luck on your food adventures, Cow says. Someone actually ordered sauerkraut on his pizza. Basically tastes like what I'd imagine seaweed tastes like. I actually like seaweed. You can get it as just like dried like seaweed chips or whatever. And I think that is pretty good. Sauerkraut is far more blasphemous on pizza than pineapple, Pookie says. I don't know. I don't think I could eat pizza with either ingredient. They both are too scary to me. I have actually tried pizza with pineapple though, and that was I found that to be very unpleasant. I'm just feeling more and more certain that I've missed the,
There's the trail.
that I missed the rune. Ooh.
Well done. This was the hardest runestone to find yet.
Never mind, I found it! I found the last runestone! The voiceover even said it was the hardest one to find yet. That's nice. Pineapple didn't particularly bother me, though I don't actually understand going out of your way and ordering one over other pizzas. Kind of like something where I wouldn't turn down a pizza with that on it if it was offered to me, but I'd never order it myself. Yeah, I just couldn't eat it. But all of my food preferences are ridiculous and nonsensical, so you know, I can't really defend in any of my preferences. Mm-hmm. I'm glad that the collapsing landscapes are all excuse me, sorry my friends. The collapsing landscapes all seem to be just for show. Oh no, I have to actually activate death before a potion will work. Pretty awesome, the voiceover acknowledged it being hard to find. What's funny is I actually had an easier time with it than some of the others.
Light amulet.
Light amulet. I don't know what all that nonsense about having to be transported for the rune was supposed to be about, though. I feel like that was all lies. That was a lot of switches just to lead up to a hammer I can't carry.
There's the trail.
That was it's a bad use of my power. Bad use of my health. A lot of enemies wearing me down. Hey, we did it. We made it through the last level. We found the last rune. Is there a final secret back here too? See, there's a bunch of lava flowing. I think that's it. Nice. Gonna save twice just to be cautious. The circle is complete. The entrance to Scorn's realm is open. Alright. We see, the thing is, I'm scared to go in there without more health. So here we go again.
You are now entering the Valley of Fire.
Could just get a little bit. I was expecting that when we placed the last stone, I was expecting the inside of that circle to light up or, you know, to glow. It didn't. It didn't look like it did anything. Not a super impressive magic circle. I've been having chili the past couple days. You know, as is my habit, to make a giant vat of chili and eat it for several days. I actually made the chili yesterday afternoon, but so you know, I had it last night and tonight. But the thing is, like, my grocery store doesn't have any spicy peppers, so it's such a mild chili that it's just unfortunate, because I like my chili to be really spicy, and I wasn't able to make it happen with this batch. It's pretty good aside from that, but they didn't have any good, like, really spicy peppers, so I wasn't able to put any of those in. And I could, like, hypothetically, I do have this ghost pepper sauce that I could add to it that would give it plenty of spice, but the last time I ate the ghost pepper sauce, I made myself sick. So I'm kind of scared of it at the moment. So I'm just, you know, I'm just enduring my mild chili. The magic circle is doing its best. I don't know. I don't know about that. I think it could try at least a little harder. All right. Well, let's be a little foolish, perhaps, and I'm just gonna make that one loop, and we're gonna move on. Um, we'll buy more armor. Let's pour all my points into armor this time. I feel like we're strong enough offensively. And here we go. There we go. Now that's a magic circle. That's what you want to see.
You are now entering the gates of the underworld.
The gates of the underworld. Oh no, it's not. It's not just a boss battle. It's a level. Oh, I should have got more health. All right, well, we're going to try and proceed very cautiously through the underworld. I want to preserve, because it looks like we're going to have a whole level and then a boss at the end of it. I want to preserve as much of our health as I can. So, you know, we'll put a lot of emphasis on taking out enemies from afar. Sounded like there was a secret that opened up. There's also an explosion that happened somewhere. Lots of things are happening. Lots of exciting things are happening, but they're all off screen. I'm pretty happy that we get a level to go through. I'm just concerned that I'm not going to have enough health. Okay, so far, really good job clearing out our path. Oh no! Oh no, that raised up a lot more land than I was expecting it to. I was just congratulating myself on my caution. It was undeserved praise. It's interesting to see spawners that spawn in a lot of different types of enemies. Why? What? There was nothing there.
Super shot.
Black Fox, welcome to the stream. So many worlds to save, so little time, Agent Frownie. Isn't that always the problem? I don't even know what the name of the world where this game takes place is supposed to be.
Minotaur has seen you.
Level up.
Plasma trail. Plasma trail.
It's a slow level. Very slow level we have here.
Plasma trail.
I've been upside down this whole stream. We had an upside down redemption at the start of the stream, and I've been upside down the whole time. I guess we all just got used to it. That's got to be a record for the longest time I've spent upside down. Yeah, I didn't actually think that the places in the game had names. Black Fox, I don't think the castle has a name, but it's just like the wizard's castle. I don't think that it's even that, I don't think it has a very, like... I think it has a pretty generic name, if I remember correctly. Oh my goodness. Is it bad that I didn't even notice, Cal says? I'm so used to seeing you upside down. So, like, I know one of the flaws of this game is that a lot of it's just the kind of the same thing over and over again a whole lot. But this level really emphasizes that quality. It's just a lot of the same thing. And what's horrible is I came here without any health. So I know we're not going to beat the boss on our first try, so we're going to have to do this stage more than once. Oh, the tedium is overwhelming me already. This level goes on forever. And it's just all the same. Oh, it's like I'm playing Echo the Dolphin. I've uncovered a whole bunch of switches and I haven't hit any of them. I don't want to bury myself in floods of enemies. What in the world was that switch supposed to be pointing toward? That goes back here? Really? Does it point all the way back to the beginning of the game? Our inability to look around. Like the lack of camera control. It makes things like these switches very confusing sometimes.
Has gained a level.
But I can't figure out what any of them are supposed to be pointing toward. Okay, don't think we've seen a lava monster before. He wasn't that bad, though. Oh, there it is. There's the portal. Oh, it's going to take us to the boss.
Welcome to your destiny. You are now entering the throne of scorn.
I'm just trying to turn on all the things. I think that was just a waste of health, though. No! I was definitely doing better before I was trying to do a bunch of nonsense. I can't aim at him. We're gonna lose.
Minotaur is about to die.
No. Now we have to do that awful level again. Oh, what a disaster. Alright, we gotta get a lot more health. Oh, welcome to stage 1. We're gonna be here for about an hour. I'm gonna have to loop through this stage. I don't know, I have to loop through this stage about 50 times. What's going on? Oh, look, all the enemies are small. So I think it's one of my power-ups makes the enemies small. But none of my power-ups are activated. I think the game is bugged. The game's messed up. It turned all the enemies small. I'm guessing at some point the small enemies thing is gonna wear off. But it's just weird because I never turned it on. I mean, not intentionally. I did turn on all my powers while I was fighting the boss. And that was a huge mistake. I won't be doing that again. Potion in that one, I see. The thing about that last level is that it's not even really that hard. It's just so slow and it goes on forever. But because you can fight all the enemies from a distance, it's not well, it's just difficult because it bores you to death. Alright, let's see if the enemies are still small.
You are now entering the Valley of Fire.
They are. Alright, Alright, after this loop through, I'll save and then I'll reload the game. And maybe that will fix the small enemies. I don't want to win just because the game messed up and shrank all the enemies. Even death is tiny. Oh, why do I always open that? It's always the same useless item, and I always open it. Loyal to Soil, welcome in, Loyal. Great to have you here. And how have I been? I've been pretty good. Not much to complain about. Alright, so let's I think my sword is not in reach. Oh, I see it. Yeah, it's on the other side of the room. Alright, excuse me just a moment. Let me reset the game. Alright, that should have I think that should have solved our tiny enemies problem. Your Black Fox is hoping to see more tiny enemies. I would prefer not to. You might get your wish. Let's see what happens. Ah, they're regular.
Our magic is full.
I don't feel like we get that voiceover very often.
Your key is full.
Or that.
Plasma trail.
So we got the boss down to like... We got the boss down to about half health. I don't know. I'm thinking... We had about 2,000 health. And we got the boss down to about halfway, so... We think around 4,000 will probably get us a victory. But the thing is, I don't know if he has any, like, attacks that he pulls out only when he's low on health that are more devastating. I don't know. I don't want to grind any more than is absolutely necessary, but I'm not sure how much is necessary. Because if we lose the battle again, we have to go through that level a third time. And that's just a terrifying thought.
Has gained a level.
It's just one of the items in my inventory, Black Fox. One of the items causes enemies to be small, and I think it's just because I turned on so many items at the same time that it just glitched and never turned the make the enemy small item off. I don't know which one it is, but I'm sure I'm pretty sure that that's the intended function of one of these items. Probably this or this. I would guess one of these two. Makes all the enemies small. But it could be one of these. I don't know. I don't know what they all do because I don't really use them. Alright, it looks like we get around 500 health every time we loop through the level. So I'm thinking we'll do 2 more loops. That'll take us up to 45 health. And we'll try the boss again at 45.
You are now entering the Valley of Fire. Plasma trail.
I can get through this level pretty fast now. So I think that the difference in the chests, I think gold chests contain the same items every time, and I think gray chests rotate what items are in them, or shuffle them, or randomize them in some way, because most of these chests are gold and most of them are predictable. But there's one downstairs that I just opened that's gray, and that can have food or gold or a Grim Reaper. I've gotten all kinds of different things out of that one. But like this one's always a 3-way shot, and I think this one is always a potion. So it's a waste of a key to open either of those. This one down here is always a potion too, so I'm not going to open it. And this one is always invincibility or invisibility. All right. Okay, one more loop, and then we'll quickly stop by the shop, and then try to go fight the boss again.
You are now entering the Valley of Fire.
I think this is always gold. Yeah. Always forget about that one guy there. We didn't quite hit the amount of health that I was hoping for, but we're probably gonna gain a level or two on our way to the boss, and that will give us some health as long as I don't take a lot of damage. Okay, just like before, I'm just gonna put all of our money into defense.
You are now entering the gates of the underworld.
Okay, here we go.
Plasma trail. Has gained a level.
There we go. There's a level. So we'll probably gain one more by the time we make it through here, because there's so many enemies. Well, I did a really good job clearing out a lot of the early enemies here, it seems.
Plasma trail.
Pookie has retrieved a burger. Congratulations.
Plasma trail.
Secret meat obtained. Don't take damage.
Plasma trail.
I'm a little bit more sleepy than usual tonight. I did not take my customary evening nap. So the enemies have me at a distinct disadvantage. My state of unrestedness. Uh-oh. I took damage. I've got to remember to fight every enemy from far away. I can't afford to get close to them.
Has gained a level.
I don't know how I missed that panel. I was trying to get these two front panels here. I thought I could get two at once. Well, I probably would have if I'd lined it up a little differently. No, I didn't get the panel. Okay, we're not going to hit that switch. I'm losing a distressing amount of health. Yes, I'm a very sleepy Frownie. I did not have second breakfast today, so I'm fairly hungry. Well, it's a good thing that you have food then. Right? But it seems to me, Pookie, that you are always hungry during my streams. I can't, I can't really. I think it's more often than not that you're finding at least a snack, if not a meal, during my streaming window. I think that a lot of this level is optional. Well, not a lot, but I think some of this level is optional. I think that there are multiple paths that all lead through the level, because I'm already here at the end of it, and there's at least one switch that I never hit. But there's no sense in exploring every single piece of the level, because there's nothing to be gained. There are no chests. Which all I would want is more health, but I made sure not to give me any. Alright, I'm scared. I'm scared, my friends. This went really badly for me last time. Usually I have a meal during the day, one at night, and then sometimes I have a third meal to sleep. To sleep coma me if I can't get to sleep. This is the time of meal number 2. Hope I can get some sleep within the next hour and a half so I can get up at a decent time. Best of luck with that. I can definitely sympathize with sleep problems, because I have them frequently myself.
You are now entering the throne of scorn.
I don't want to turn on too much stuff, but I do want to turn on a lot of stuff. I'm off to a bad start here. Oh, he can pick me up. I didn't know that. That beam attack. My potions protect me from a lot of his, a lot of the stuff that he can do to me, but, oh, come on, don't let him finish me off. His health is getting low. Victory! Oh, please don't have a second phase. The demon scorn is defeated and the realms are restored. I am proud of you. Look upon this. Behold, I've captured my brother Garm. He was hiding in the battlefield. This is the traitor who released Scorn from the underworld. I don't know why I have a halo. For his crime, I hereby banish him to the underworld forever. He will not trouble anyone again. Whoa. Harsh way to treat your brother, man. Oh, we did it. Oh, very worrying. Thank you for the trophies, my friends. Thank you. Cows, Black Fox, Pookie. Yeah, it would be nice if there was an auto-aim. Magnificent bravery. You've shaken the pillars of the heavens and can now travel the realms freely. As a token of your deed, I grant you this halo of light as a symbol that you entered the bowels of the underworld and emerged victorious. Never fear a death creature again. Be warned, pockets of Scorn's forces still infest the realms. Never give up the fight. Your courage is a shining example to us all. You are a legend of the Gauntlet realm. Wonderful. Wow, what high praise. This game really knows how to make a guy feel like a winner, huh? Oh, we did it. We've got a permanent halo, so we don't have so the Grim Reaper can't attack us anymore. But I mean, now it's just all for fun because we beat the game. Oh, we did it. Oh, I can't believe it. I guess I can believe it, but I can't save though. We have to even though I just won, we have to go clear a level so that I can save.
You are now entering the battle.
Boo, fun. Alright, we're just gonna very quickly run through this level. I'm not gonna worry about anything except... Well, I'm gonna worry about keys, because we have to have them to open the gates to proceed. Alright, there we go. Now I'll get to save. I played this a lot, but I don't believe I ever won it. It's a victory lap, exactly. Here we go. Alright, there's another one. We're clearing a lot of games that we've been working on. We're clearing a lot of them, my friends. So that's it for Gauntlet Legends. We're finished. We made it through the whole thing. I finally beat it. It's a fun game. It's a pretty fun game. It's a little bit. I mean, you have to be willing to put up with a bit of repetition and grind, but it is nice that like they did put some puzzles in the levels. I mean, the puzzles mostly come down to just to pressing switches and sometimes finding breakable walls. But it's more than nothing. And there are some things scattered about to find, so they did an okay. It's not an amazing game, but it's a pretty good one. I had a good time with it overall. Yeah, that was a big adventure too. That game took a while, but I had fun with it. I'm happy to be done with it, and I'm glad that we won. And thank you for enjoying it with me, my friends. And now I'm going to step away briefly. I'm going to take a short. I'm going to take a short BRB, and when I come back, we will continue our 3-heart run of Ocarina of Time. And I'm pretty confident we're going to finish that one as well. So yeah, if you want to join me for that, then just stick around, and I'll see you again in a couple minutes, my friends.